Alright, welcome back. Let's do this thing. So, what this thing is first of all a mic check. So, looks like it's a little bit quieter than usual. Not too bad. Noise floor check. Noise floor check is amazing. Alright, good. So, let's move on. So, we've got 50 cards today. Today is Sunday. I scheduled the test already, the retake for tomorrow in the morning. About 9 o'clock, so I'll have time in the morning to do another review. Not sure if I'll do it on camera or not, but so let's finish this review here, and then tomorrow I'll have a video up by the end of today that says whether I passed or failed. So there are two commands that can be used to check how much space is being used and how much is left in a file system. The first one is DU, which stands for disk usage. DU is recursive in nature. In its most basic form, the command will simply show how many 1 kilobyte blocks are being used by the current directory and all its subdirectories. Got it. Close and save file in Vi normal mode. Okay, so this one could be broken into 3 cards, but I've got this one. Sorry, I work right outside the window, and sometimes I get distracted for various reasons. Back on topic here. So close and save file. Oops, and this is my sedentary time. If I want 25 minutes off the treadmill, I am entitled to it. Alright, so close and save Vi in file in Vi normal mode. That is capital Z. Write current contents over a pre-existing file named prev file. That is going to be that's going to be :W exclamation point, and then quit Vi, even though the latest changes have not been saved for this Vi call. That's going to be :Q exclamation point. Yeah, so these I just know really well. I didn't know this one that well, but I've learned it, so now I know it very well as well. A lot of times what people will do is they'll do :WQ exclamation point, but ZZ is perhaps a bit of an easier way to do that. But anyways, I got this right. The blank directory contains those shared library images needed to boot the system, so that's /lib. Got it. The program blank is equivalent to grep-f. The program is fgrep. Other package management tools popular on Red Hat compatible distros are Yum, Yellow Dog Updated Modified, DNF, Dandified Yum, and Zypper, ZYPPER. Blank and update DB are commands that can be used to quickly find a file matching a given pattern on a Linux system. So locate is one of them. Locate. Got it. Kill processes by name. That's pkill. The answer is kill all. I got that wrong. Other package management tools popular on Red Hat compatible distros are Yum, YUM. There we go. Used for calculating the SHA-512 hash value of a file. That's SHA, SHA 512 sum, SUM. Got it. Configure dynamic linker runtime bindings. Dynamic linker runtime bindings. I'm going to go with ldconfig. Got it. To look up shared libraries required by a specific program, use the LDD command, followed by the absolute path to the program. Got it. Blank is a fairly standard concept, but it is clearly a site-specific file system. The setup will differ from host to host. Therefore, no program should assume any specific location for a home directory Rather, it should query for it. Site-specific file system. I'm going to go with /home. Got it. The blank directory is the location of special or device files. This is /dev. Alright. Streaming data through a chain of piped commands allows for the application of compound filters based on regular expressions. Regular expressions are an important technique used not only in system administration, but also in data mining and related areas. Two commands are specifically suited to manipulate files and text data using regular expressions: grep, grep, and sed. Got it. Display memory usage. This is free, free. A long time ago, one of those package, the package tool was dpkg. Got it. And today they are widely used not only in Debian itself, but also on its derivatives. I do have a question for the AI on this one. And this is so valuable. I love doing this. So I'm gonna say my first instinct with this question is usually apt. Tell me why this is incorrect and how to develop better instincts and tuitions in this regard.
You're not entirely incorrect. APT
really?
is indeed a package management tool used with Debian and its derivatives, such as Ubuntu. However, apt relies on dpkg to manage the low-level installation and removal of packages. dpkg is the tool that deals directly with deb files, which are the package format for Debian and its derivatives. It handles the unpacking and installation of the contents of these deb files. apt, on the other hand, is a higher-level tool that deals with repositories of packages. It handles the process of resolving dependencies, fetching packages from repositories, and then calling dpkg to actually install them. apt makes the process of managing software easier, as it automates the retrieval and installation of dependencies. To develop better instincts in this regard, it can be helpful to understand the relationship between different tools in the Linux ecosystem. In this case, dpkg is the lower-level tool that deals with the deb files, while apt is the higher-level tool that makes software management easier by handling dependencies and repositories. When in doubt, you can always refer to the documentation or look up information online to confirm which tool is the right one for the task at hand. Yes, apt and dpkg are part of the same suite of tools used for managing packages on Debian and its derivatives, like Ubuntu. They work together to handle the installation, configuration, and removal of software on the system. dpkg is the lower-level tool that deals directly with deb files, which are the Debian package format. It handles the unpacking and installation of the contents of these files. apt, on the other hand, is a higher-level tool that works with repositories of packages. It handles the process of resolving dependencies, fetching packages from repositories, and then calling dpkg to actually install them. apt makes the process of managing software easier, as it automates the retrieval and installation of dependencies. In summary, apt and dpkg are part of the same package management ecosystem and work together to make it easier to manage software on Debian-based systems. apt and dpkg are part of the Debian package management system, a comprehensive infrastructure for managing software on Debian-based Linux distributions. The Debian package management system is known for its reliability and ease of use, and it's one of the key features that sets Debian and its derivatives, like Ubuntu, apart from other Linux distributions. In addition to apt and dpkg, the Debian package management system includes a number of other tools and components, such as apt-get, a command line tool for handling packages. It was the predecessor to apt and is still widely used. apt-cache, a command line tool for searching the package cache. aptitude, a text-based user interface for managing packages. Synaptic, a graphical user interface for managing packages. All of these tools work together to provide a comprehensive system for managing software on Debian-based systems. They handle everything from installing, upgrading, and removing software, to resolving dependencies and fetching packages from repositories. That is correct. The Debian package management system, including dpkg and apt, is independent of systemd. While both are integral components of many Linux distributions, they serve different purposes. The Debian Package Management System, DPKG, apt, apt-get, etc., is used for installing, updating, and removing software packages on the system. It deals with deb files, resolves dependencies between packages, and manages repositories of available software. On the other hand, systemd is an init system and system manager. Its primary function is to initialize and manage system processes after the Linux kernel has booted. Systemd provides a standard way to manage services, mount points, and other system resources.
Okay.
It also provides
so this is a problem. Yeah, so this is a problem I have in learning sometimes, is like I'm just learning a lot of different concepts and they all kind of blur together and I get confused like which concept applies to what, and then it gets even more confusing because as we saw here, APT and DPKG are actually meant to be concepts that are blended together because they are part of the same suite of tools that constitutes Debian package management. So like putting those in the same category makes sense, but like where I go wrong is my brain will just kind of mix up other things into that same category. So like I could see myself giving systemd as an answer to this question because I accidentally mix it up with those other tools and get it twisted what belongs to what. So like how can I change my study habits or like think and study and learn in the best way possible so that I don't mix up the compartmentalization of information and I know very clearly what corresponds to what are related to each other and what are opposite of each other.
That's a common challenge when learning about complex systems like Linux, where there are many interconnected components.
Yeah.
Here are some strategies that might help you organize your thoughts and prevent confusion. Draw diagrams or mind maps. Create visual representations of how different components relate to each other. For example, you could draw a diagram that shows APT and DPKG as part of the Debian package management system, and systemd as a separate component responsible for system initialization and management. Use flashcards. Write down key concepts on flashcards, with the concept on one side and a brief definition or explanation on the other. You can then use these flashcards to test your understanding and reinforce the information in your memory. Create categories. Organize information into categories and subcategories. For example, you could create a category for package management and include APT and DPKG as...
So I like believe in mind maps. Like I think it's a good way to learn, and I've always heard from a lot of people that like mind maps make sense. Mind maps make sense to use, but like I can't bring myself to do it, and like to me it just feels like a form of procrastination. It feels like I'm spending all my time working on this mind map, and it's just mind map. Like I'm the thing we're talking about, like the MIND-MAP. Like I feel like sometimes that's just a form of procrastination, and instead of doing what I really need to do, like reading the book or like doing flashcards or like taking a practice exam, I'm spending time on like a mind map, and it's just not getting me anywhere. Can you please give me an example like routine that would involve creating a mind map and show me an example of a system where you create mind maps as you go, and then show me some examples of completed or sub-completed mind maps?
I understand your concern about mind maps feeling like procrastination. The key to effective mind mapping is to use it as a tool for organizing information, not as a way to avoid other forms of study. Here's a routine you could try. Read and take notes. Start by reading the material and taking notes as you normally would.
Okay.
Don't worry about creating a mind map at this point. Just focus on understanding the content. Identify key concepts. Once you've finished reading, go back through your notes and identify the key concepts or topics.
Yeah.
These will be the main nodes of your mind map. Create the mind map. Now that you have the key concepts, you can start creating your mind map. Start with a central node that represents the main topic or theme of the material. Then, create branches for each of the key concepts, and add sub-branches for any related information or details.
The other reason I don't like mind maps is because... The other reason I don't like mind maps is because it's just the table of contents. Like, it's just the syllabus, right? Like, there's already a mind map. Like, why should I just recreate something that already exists?
That's a valid point. If the material you're studying already has a clear and well-structured table of contents or syllabus, then creating a mind map might feel redundant. However, the value in creating your own mind map lies in the process itself. Here are some reasons why creating a mind map can be beneficial even if a table of contents already exists. Active learning. Creating a mind map is an active form of learning. As you read through the material and extract the key concepts to add to your mind map, you're actively engaging with the content and processing it in your own way. This can lead to better understanding and retention of the information. Personalization. When you create a mind map, you're organizing the information in a way that makes sense to you personally.
Alright, anyway, let's get back on track. So DPKG is correct. I got this one right. To help illustrate the number of lines displayed, we can pipe the output of the head command to the NL command. Got it. The references contained in dynamically linked programs are resolved by the dynamic linker. The library path is configured in the /etc directory, namely in the file /etc/ld.so.conf. Got it. To check a file system for errors and hopefully fix them, Linux provides the blank utility. So this is fsck. Got it. Kill processes by name. This will be kill all. And a clue for that is you can do it on more than one. For XFS file systems, the equivalent of fsck is fxs_repair. Sorry, xfs_repair. Got it. The blank directory is made available for programs that require temporary files or directories that are preserved between system reboots. This is /var/temp. Got it. Blank is used to create an ex2, ex3, or ex4 file system. So this is mk2fs. Nope, so it's mke2fs. Print the path to the current working directory. That's an easy one, pwd. So ex2, ex3, and ex4 file systems have a number of parameters that can be adjusted or tuned. The utility used to display or modify these parameters is called tune2fs. There are two complementary programs to grep, egrep and fgrep. Alright, so on Linux, the system can swap memory pages from RAM to disk as needed, storing them in a separate space, usually implemented as a separate partition on a disk, called the swap partition or simply swap. This partition needs to be of a specific type and set up with a proper utility. I'm going to go with parted, P-A-R-T-E-D. Nope, the answer was mkswap, which is bad because... so parted would be right if we were just talking about any partition, but we're talking about swap partitions specifically. So for that, the answer is mkswap. Got it wrong. In the vi normal mode, to discard the swap file when prompted by var, press lowercase d. And the answer was uppercase D. I got it wrong. Alright, so this directory contains subdirectories, which are used as mount points for removable media, such as slot-ready disks, CD-ROMs, and zip disks. The answer is /media, M-E-D-I-A. Search forward and backwards in vi normal mode. So the answer is / to go forward and !mark to go backwards. There we go. Another useful utility is xfs_FSR. Yep, xfs_FSR. Sometimes, due to a corrupt or malformed configuration file, you may wish to restore a package's settings to its fresh state, or you may wish to change the answers you gave to the initial configuration settings. To this, run the blank utility, followed by the package name. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm going to go with DPKG reconfigure. So DPKG reconfigure. And I almost got it right, but I forgot the dash. And the reason I got this one right is because I understand now, because my first instinct for this was apt as well, some kind of apt utility. But DPKG is an apt part of apt. It's apt and DPKG are a subset of tools that belong to Debian package management as a whole, the suite of Debian package management tools. It's like, you can think of it like Microsoft 365 has, Excel, a Word. So it's kind of like that. DPKG and apt, although they sound like they're completely different, and they do different things. They belong to the same suite of tools. They're different things that do things for similar purposes. So the purpose of DPKG is lower level. It's for these file things. Apt, it's to like interact with remote package repositories, and stuff. So to restore a package's settings, the answer is dpkg-reconfigure, and there is that dash there, so I got it wrong. All right, so utilities used for system administration and other root-only commands are stored in /sbin. Got it. All right, so to look up a process ID by name, it's pgrep. Got it. The commands lspci, lsusb, and lsmod act as front ends to read hardware information stored by the operating system. This kind of information is kept in special files in the directory /proc and /sys. Got it. These directories are mount points to file systems not present in a device partition, but only in RAM space used by the kernel to store runtime configuration and information on running processes. Such file systems are not intended for conventional file storage, so they are called pseudo file systems and only exist while the system is running. In the VI normal mode, to enter insert mode at the end of the current line, so that's going to be a capital letter, press capital A. And I know that because we're talking about the whole line, and then I just remember that it's A, so I got that right. So you can mount a file system anywhere you want. However, there are some good practices that should be followed to make system administration easier. Traditionally, /mnt. I'm going to go with /media for this one as well, so /media. I don't know if this was the same as before, but the fact is the answer is correct. /media superseded /mnt, even though /mnt still exists for whatever reason you would want it. But the difference is that /media is now the default mount point for user removable media. All right, so to display how long the system has been running, the number of current users and system load average is uptime, UPTIME. All right, GNU is a very powerful partition editor. So I think the answer is parted, P-A-R-T-E-D. Yeah, because we're talking about a whole partition editor, not just for swap space. Got that right. The utility blank is the equivalent of fdisk, so the answer is gdisk. Got it? The blank hierarchy contains configuration files, so this is /etc. Got it. The command blank is more versatile, and besides binaries, can also be used to show the location of man pages. So this is where is, WHEREIS. Got it. In systems based on systemd, the command blank. So this one is journalctl, JOURNAL, CTL. And it's not hard to remember because systemd, that's a similar to how DPKG and apt are a set of tools that belong to a software suite whose purpose is to handle package management in Debian systems. Systemd is kind of similar. It's a set of tools as part of a software suite, but this handles processes in Debian Linux or in other different kinds as well. Whichever ones use systemd. Systemd is kind of controversial because it does it in a way that a lot of Linux users find objectionable. Off the top of my head, I can't really say more about that. But when it comes to answering this question, one of the big giveaways is the CTL, because if you do like systemctl restart, that's like control. This is a common thing that's idiomatic to the systemd suite of operating system management tools. All right, so to uncompress the files, we use either gunzip or bunzip2, bunzip, the number 2. Got it. The PRI column indicates the static priority assigned by the kernel. Note, however, that the priority displayed by PS, the answer is PS. Got it. It is possible to continuously monitor processes currently being managed by the Linux kernel system with the program top. So top continuously monitors instead of just printing the output once. So the answer is TOP. The blank is an archive containing a file system used as a temporary root file system during the boot process. Interesting. The purpose of a blank file is to provide the required modules. So the interesting. I'm gonna go with /etc/fstab. Nope, a initram fs. And this makes sense because it comes from the RAM before your actual, so got that wrong. And my answer, inittab, those aren't, it's not the same thing. So this one is blkid. And I just know that because it says it right there. The blkid program is the command line interface to working with libblkid library. It can determine the type of content, for example, file system, swap, a block device holds, and also attributes, tokens from the content metadata. So blkid has two main forms of operation, either searching for a device with a specific name equals value pair, or displaying name equals value pairs for one or more devices. So blank takes a list of files on its command line and replaces each file whose name ends with .gz. So this is gunzip, Gunzip. Got it. In most Linux distributions, blank, abbreviation for visual, is pre-installed, and it is the standard editor in the shell environment. So the answer is vi. Blank is used to create an ex2, ex3, or ex4 file system. So the answer is mke2fs. Got it. The default configuration file for grub2 is /boot/grub.grub.cfg. Got it. In the vi normal mode, to discard the swap file when prompted by vi, press capital D. Got it. On Linux, so this is the setup swap space, so it's mkswap. Got it. Sometimes, due to a corrupt or malformed configuration file, you may wish to restore a package's settings to its fresh state, so you can use the utility dpkg-reconfigure, reconfigure. Got it. Last question. The blank. So this is the initram fs. So the initram fs is an archive containing a file system used as a temporary root file system during the boot process. The main purpose of an initramfs file is to provide the required modules so the kernel can access the real root file system of the operating system. Got it. All right, so that's everything. I'm taking the test. Bert and Ernie in the morning tomorrow. So I just need the first thing when I wake up should be to take my grocery order in. But after that, to just do one more set of cards. I'm not sure if I can do it on camera. It's just going to be a bit much. And then I need to clean up in here too. There's very strict policies about what you can have on your desk and what you can't, and so I have to take care of that. So I think stay tuned for tomorrow and hopefully I'll have a passing result.